So, the model that I've decided to follow for my client is the trans theoretical model of health behavior change. And this model is basically an outline of the steps that you would take to actually make a change in your life. So, it starts off with pre contemplation, which is being unaware of the problem, contemplation, which is being aware of the problem, but you don't really care or want to do anything about it. Preparation is you understand what's happening and you realize that you need to start taking steps. This is where you start researching and getting all your stuff together. Then there's action, which is actually participating in the desired behavior. And then maintenance, which is trying to maintain and sustain the behavior. So, right now, I would say that my client is under preparation. He knows what he needs. He knows his goals. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get there. It's just actually taking action. In the past, my client he made it all the way up to action when he would work out in the past, but keeping maintenance is kind of hard for him. He always tends to give up. So, this is where I want to come in and try to help him maintain that. So, as of now, when it comes to the workout plan, my client is currently working from home until further notice. So, as of now, we're going to be working out outside a lot. But when things slowly start to open up and he gets back into his regular 9 to 5 schedule, we'll slowly transition to going into the gym. So, some strategies that I have to give him a bit of boost and encouragement is leaving reminders of his goal in his environment. And I mostly mean like his phone or like his room. So for what would help me when I was working out is I would set reminders on my phone with like inspirational quotes and my goals of just a reminder of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to get there. And I would set those reminders for random times. So random times in the day, those goals would pop up. I would read them and it would be a little reminder like, okay, like this is what I got to do. If I didn't work out yet, I got to find a way to make some room. This can also be done by if you like, obviously everyone's body is different, but if you kind of have a set body in mind that you'd like to have, another way could be saving some pictures on your phone. So when you like look in your pictures, it'll be another reminder of like, this is where I want to be. Another thing would be following a lot of like exercise and diet pages on social media, because then when you go on social media and you start scrolling, you'll see a lot of it pop up and it can give you like some new hints and tricks on what to do, give you some ideas. So another way to help my client is showing a variety of workouts, showing him a variety of workouts so he can choose which is best. Obviously, when you're training for a certain group or trying to lose weight by doing aerobic exercises, there's so many different exercises that you can choose. Obviously, with some muscle groups, when it comes to resistance training, there's limited exercises that really target the muscles. But I feel like if I were to give my client a list of options on which exercises to do, it would make him a bit more comfortable. I know at least for me, if I'm told to do a workout that I just feel uncomfortable in, I just don't want to do it, then I'm more discouraged to not put in my full effort. Whereas if I'm doing an exercise where I can really feel the change, where I feel myself comfortable doing it, I'm more likely to participate. The next cognitive strategy that I plan on working on is positive feedback. So, positive feedback is a way to motivate and increase my client's confidence in the gym and in life, and it can allow him to build new skills. So, with this comes constructive criticism, and I plan on doing this by first going over everything that I noticed went well, everything that he did good, if he had correct form, if he pushed through all his reps, and then moving on to what needs to be improved and how. With constructive criticism, a lot of the times it can be taken the wrong way, and I feel like that has to do with tone of voice or just how the person comes off. There's a difference between negative criticism and constructive criticism. So I'm hoping that my client will be able to take my constructive criticism in a good way to help him improve and work on what he's lacking. Moving on to behavioral strategies, the first thing we'll be working on is social support. So my client personally is friends with a lot of athletes. He's been in the gym before, so I know that he can go to them with anything that he feels as though I may not be able to help him with, or if I'm not available at that time. Another way he will have social support is by family and means of transportation. If he's not able to go somewhere, someone would be able to give him a ride. I would be able to give him a ride. And this social support should be a system that my client can go to with anything. He shouldn't have to worry about not having anyone to talk to or to go to with his problems. Moving on to self-monitoring. So when it comes to exercise, people like to see change right away, but that's not really how it works. A lot of the times people can become discouraged when they don't see change right away, which is a lot. So one way that I want my client to self-monitor is by using a pedometer. I feel like by counting his steps every day, he'll be able to track his progress, see where he needs to improve and where he doesn't. As of now, my client does not walk at least 10,000 steps a day. He probably walks on average anywhere between maybe 5 and 6,000. So with this pedometer, it will be good for him to see where he needs to improve, see how many steps he took, if he needs to take more. It can also give him the chance to reflect on himself. If he noticed, like if he decides to keep track with a chart, he can see, okay, I had 4,000 steps this day, 6,000 steps the next. What did I do during the day of 4,000 steps that I didn't even make it halfway to my goal? Yeah. Moving on to rewards. Everyone likes to be rewarded for what they do. It gives my client the chance to see that I'm actually paying attention to his progress and that I'm listening to him, and that I'm supporting all of his hard work. My client expressed that he loves drinking coffee, so periodically I plan on getting him like a $5 to $10 gift card to like Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks.